It's 9 o'clock. Good morning, I'm Olivia Dillon. The nation's businesses are seeking to increase their footprint in India as part of a push to lift trade, security and defence ties. The Prime Minister has attended a roundtable in Mumbai alongside more than 45 chief executives from both countries, overseeing a 4-year agreement between Indian and Australian businesses. Anthony Albanese is leading a delegation over the next 2 days to deepen economic ties. An NRL coach is calling for lifetime bans after the game was rocked by another racial slur. Here's sports editor Mike Pearsall.
Rabbitohs fullback Latrell Mitchell was heading off the field at half-time in the side's clash with the Panthers when a young fan allegedly abused him. Players and staff were quick to identify the culprit, who was ejected by security. The incident is being condemned by coach Jason Demetrio, who says the abuse has to end. He's calling for lifetime bans to be issued to anyone found guilty of racist abuse attending the games.
The state's peak body for lawyers is urging Labor and the Coalition to commit to improving access to justice. It wants ongoing funding to ensure court infrastructure and technology is sufficient for use, especially in regional towns. New South Wales Law President Cassandra Banks says people should be able to attend hearings online where there's limited access to courts.
What it means is clients are not having to spend hours travelling or sitting in a waiting area of a courtroom, and it's saving them money on their lawyers because their lawyers are also not sitting waiting all day.
Peanut allergies could soon be reversed under a new medical trial. Chandra Llewellyn reports.
A trial of a new drug, which is a mix between a treatment and a vaccine, is underway in Melbourne and will soon be rolled out across the country. The Murdoch Children's Research Institute is injecting 90 children between the ages of 4 and 17 with a small part of a peanut protein once a month for a year. The injection will be delivered using a plastic device with 3 tiny needle heads that deposit the treatment into the top layer of skin where there's a high concentration of immune cells. It's hoped it could spell the end of anaphylactic reactions in the 3 in every 100 children with the allergy.
In the lead-up to the state election this month, Newcastle Lord Mayor Nuatali Nelms has announced council's biggest ask of candidates. City of Newcastle wants the government to progress plans for a new indoor stadium and the large-scale redevelopment of the Hunter Park site at Broadmeadow. The project would require a $500 million investment and would likely take more than 10 years to complete. Also making news, Russia's launched its biggest aerial attack in weeks, hitting several targets across Ukraine, killing at least 9 people. Medication reducing the risk of heart attack and stroke is being refused by 1/5 of patients. And Newcastle Knights fans and players are mourning the loss of former manager Dave Morley, who passed away on Wednesday.
2NURFM Sport.
Penrith is back in the winner's circle following a 16-10 victory over South Sydney at the foot of the mountains. The Premiers held a 16-0 lead with 15 minutes to play before Alex Johnston and Isaiah Tass set up a grandstand finish for the Rabbitohs. South's captain Cameron Murray says he's proud of the way his team fought to the end.
I think in the past we probably dropped our heads there and probably, gave up a little bit, but I'm pretty proud of how we were able to regroup there towards the end and keep fighting all the way to the last whistle.
An Usman Khawaja century has put Australia in control after the opening day of the 4th Test in India. The Aussies are 4 for 255 at stumps. At the Indian Wells Tennis Masters, Alexander Vukic has lost in the opening round to Stan Wawrinka in 3 sets. And in the Europa League, Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon have drawn 2-2 in the round of 16. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM news.